Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to Queer Games Heck Yeah for today. I'm Luke Miller. I'm a game dev that loves indie games, and I love queer games, and I love queer indie games. And so that's what we're doing today. We're playing through another really great example. Just because I'm going through some of the games through the Queer Games bundle and just checking them out, just giving a little flavour of them. I know nothing about these games going in. I pick them sort of randomly off the list, and I try not to read anything about them because I want to be surprised. But that means if not interested in kind of surprises or anything, then this probably isn't the stream for you. But we're a pretty gentle stream. Like I don't think there's been anything too shocking. Obviously, if you've got any comments or you want to subscribe or all of those sort of 21st century things, feel free to do so. I take requests, like if you want to see me to play a game, like maybe you've made a game and you want to get bit of coverage for it, I'm happy to do that. If I've played a game and you want to see like a part two, I'm always happy to go back and play a game. I say that, but I've never been tested on that, so we'll see when it comes to that. Let's get going. I think I've got the audio alright. I'm always also up for suggestions for the audio. Today we're playing to win. Here we go. It was finally that time of year again. The too warm wave turned my once chilly apartment into a humid greenhouse. My soft lavender petunias and warm orange zinnias, after 2 semesters dormant and curled into tight buds, had finally blossomed. The chitters of the fan against the growing heat and humidity brought it all together as the beginning of my first summer semester. It was kind of funny how much time had passed since I started university. Alright, I'm there, I understand it. The amount and kinds of people I had met. I tried to ignore the strong odour of bleach from a recent cleaning from the other room. I should focus on the positives of the session. That could mean several things. Happy birthday, Lulu. Like the man who made it worth living. Lucas. I always vote up like a variation of Luke, like a Luca or a Lucas. Name solidarity, I guess. Thank you, but Hyde, thank you. Tisk. Come on, you can't believe you've got your own B-day. It's not like that. It's not that, but actually my birthday was next week, but Hyde seemed so excited. Plus, I don't really remember the exact date nowadays anyway. Should I tell him? So on stream, we always want to pick the most drama-filled option, or the worst decision, because bad decisions make good drama. Okay, tell him, don't tell, well tell him, obviously. My birthday is next week. Hyde. You're hecking kidding me, right? Are you saying that coin flip was wrong? Wait, did he decide on the week from a coin flip? I'm still putting Hyde in the good friend category. To even vaguely think about your birthday is pretty nice. Hyde, whatever. Didn't matter, because this is your day, got it? Oh, don't matter. Oh, that's nice. Okay, got it. Hehehe. Hyde's cute. Now I was very worried. Guess what's your gift, baby boy? At times I wish he stuck with you, Lulu. That name was just... Wait a minute, I've got to go back. I think I garbled that. At times I wish he stuck with Lulu. Oh, okay, so he calls you Lulu, even though your name is Lucas. I was wondering whether Lulu and Lucas were separate people. That name was just embarrassing. Okay, even more embarrassing than usual. Lucas. Hyde. A 1-week vacation. An all-expense paid trip, hotel and meal in another country for 2. What, really? I knew you would be in shock and awe with my greatness. Wait, how? Hyde, that sounds expensive, and, you don't have to get me that. How did he get that kind of money? I have some theories. Pfft, don't have to... Oh, don't have to, my ass. Winning that raffle was a sign of me being too amazing. Oh, raffle, now it made sense. Still, something seemed off. Lucas. Hyde. How much to enter the raffle? Hyde, cost me three so dollars. Can't afford those tickets. I just found most of my tickets in dumpsters, laying around and people too stupid to not keep an eye on their things. Lucas. I knew you would be impressed. I spent my entire afternoon scratching these off. I kinda hoped I would get some free stuff, but not a whole ass vacation. I should say heck. A whole heck vacation. A whole hecking vacation. Well, technically I should be saying like a whole hecking holiday, but, you know, you gotta roll with what you're given, really. I calculated that I would at least win something if I did at least 240 tickets. That was impressive. Hyde went through all that for a birthday gift? My birthday gift? All for me? Was it unreliable? Yes, but it was them. Him. Lucas, you know, I would have been happy if you just said happy birthday. I can afford buying dinner and... Lulu, can it? It's your special day and I'm gonna treat you. I treat my best friends some care. I don't need your cash. Hyde handed over my invite as he said his affirmation. His eyes were fixed in annoyance that swiftly softened as I held the card. Pack yourself a swimsuit. We're going to Lacumba. Is that a real place? But my body is... Yeah, yes. We all have, like, beach body issues, I think, especially if you're a gay man. It would be okay if it bothers you that much. There's swimsuits that cover those bad scars just right. Thanks, you. Oh, Hyde, it says Lacuna. Okay, that makes sense. Whatever, same thing. It's all foreign, heck. Oh. Where is Lacuna? I'm just gonna Google it quickly. Because the phrase Lacuna Beach sounds familiar. Oh, because it's a TV series, I see. It's in California, maybe? Oof. Oh well, maybe it's not a real place. Let's keep going. Come on, spit it out, it's your gift. I'm listening. If you don't feel like traveling, this does not cover the cost of the flight. Or passport, or visa. Do you, you have a passport? They cost, I think, $300 plus tax. The flight, $1,000 per person. Plus tax. That's cool. That's a great little picture. I have a theory as an indie dev that we can get a lot of bang for our buck by including jumbo jets in our games, because like you can get a model, like you can just model and blend it yourself. They're pretty simple shapes to get a basic jet liner right. But you could just sort of buy one for a couple of dollars, I reckon. And then you put it in your game, and then all of a sudden you have like you have your own jumbo jet in a plane in your game. Like most TV shows can't afford that, and not many movies can afford it, but as a game dev, we can actually do it. So it's good to see one here, is what I'm saying. It really ups the production values for free. This ended with me paying for Hyde's passport, visa, and first class tickets. Okay, Hyde's that kind of friend, I understand it. I had some friends visiting the other day, and I bought the first round of drinks. And then we went to dinner, and they paid for dinner. But the price of the drinks and the dinner, like, it was still a few dollars in my favor. So like $5, $7 or whatever. And it was right on that borderline where you're like, oh, like, should I chip in to pay the extra kind of thing? And so I sent a message the next day saying, oh, thanks for that. You know, I'll send you the $10 later on kind of thing. And like, no, it's our gift to you. And I was like, yes, but also it's like you didn't pay for like the whole dinner because I got the first round of drinks sort of thing. And I was just like, it was this real sort of awkward social etiquette moment for me where I'm like, I'm accepting your charity of like $6, but also don't be too magnanimous, please. Luke problems. I did not mind doing that whatsoever. I felt uncomfortable anyway with him giving me all this on his expense. I did not deserve that at all. But he thinks I do, and that strange at the same time made me happy. Hyde complained, but it's a trip for the two of us anyway. As friends. Oh, is this our first... I think this is the first inkling that maybe Lulu has a thing for Hyde. Friends, yes. Next day. Ooh, this smells a lot saltier than I thought it would. So he's like a not a centaur. What a satyr, like a goat person. Satyr? Yeah, goat person. And what are they allergic to salt water or something? Like if it was a slug person, I'd be like, keep him away from the ocean. But I think goats are fine. This sand, this sand sucks so much heck. It's getting into my shorts. You've never been to a beach before? The island was a lot more difficult to navigate than I thought. Everyone spoke a language similar to me and Hyde, albeit with weaker sounds on certain letters and syllables here or there. All the signs and writing, however, were completely foreign to me. The only saving grace was the polite driver to the hotel, who did not mind us not being able to read the language. The free room made sense with the additional fact of only the bedroom being private. The bath and common room were supposed to be shared by other people. Hopefully those other people were nice. Fingers crossed. I didn't have a passport until last week. Of course, I'd never seen the ocean. Oh wait, I'll do that again. I didn't have a passport until last week. Of course I've never seen the ocean. Oh, sorry, but can you even swim? The community pool. Where else do you think I get a free shower? Ew, the pool showers, not bathing in the actual pool. I have standards. I quite like Hyde. I think in a lot of games the characters are like they're too good. I was guilty of this in my first few games, I think. You know, just everybody's perfect, and even the villains, you know. It's nice to see someone who's a bit like, yeah, maybe I don't shower every day. Damn, this looks like a festival or something on this strip over here. Across the beach, the music and the clusters of people were growing up to a dizzying intensity. I was glad we were not this close to it all at that moment. I was glad we were not this close to it all. I'm glad at this moment. Damn it, I can't even read the banner. I can't either. I thought I would at least know a little bit, but I don't. Oh, it's the language thing. Don't feel bad. These heckers are all hecks for making the written language so damn different, so hecking different for no reason. They sound like hecking babies with how they pronounce stuff anyway. Wow. I mean, I was just talking you up, Hyde, and now you're dropping in my estimation quite sharply. I was not an expert, but I usually know a little bit when it comes to languages. Maybe I'm not so good after all. Lucas. Hey, Hyde. Hey, come on, you look good. Huh? You're so damn obvious. No one on the heck Sandrock is even looking at you funny. Oh, it's been a while since I've... Look at my tummy scar, we match. I wished Hyde did not bring up that fact. It was not something I was proud of, because what I did... Scars make a person 10 times more bad heck. I can say I got mines in a war. What war? The war of being too amazing. That's good. There was a genuine smile on his face, devoid of mocking or teasing. You okay? Yeah, I feel fine. Relief crowded Hyde's features as if something was lifted, and I knew what it was. Fine for me simply meant not hungry. Plus, we weren't the only freaks here. Look at that old man and his kid over there. Hyde pointed to a couple a little way across the beach. A taller, skinnier brunette lay on a towel basking in the warm sun glow, while another white-haired man who was setting up his own towel nearby. Mildly annoying due to the spot Hyde and I picked was deliberately devoid of other people, but I would not hold it against them. Talking about like social etiquette, beach etiquette's a whole different thing. It's like you got the whole beach to yourself. It's a crime when someone else arrives. But then the beach is now split in half, and they can have that whole half of the beach, and you can have this whole half of the beach. But then once 6 or 7 people arrive, oh well. The skinnier brunette may have heard Hyde and pulled his sunglasses off the bridge of his nose to glare at us from behind a mound of sand. Hyde, I don't think they look that weird. Lulu, come on, look at them. One's a stick and the other has white hair like he's just taking his yearly trip out of the retirement home. Ouch. You have white hair and are very skinny. You don't say that. The brunette turned to his companion, looking a bit upset would be an understatement. The older white-haired man seemed to shake his head at whatever he said. Hey, at least I have a nicer ass. That skinny guy has absolutely no booty from where I'm sitting. Lulu, look at it. No butt. You know, Hyde, these are all things you're allowed to think, but probably shouldn't say out loud. Why should I look at it? Oh, here we go. Hyde. Maybe those two have a sugar daddy relationship going on. I mean, for an old man, the white hair guy can at least be classed as silver sexy. I like to think silver is my color. Not my thing though. Hyde? But an old man with that low of a standard, I think Hyde is projecting. I think Hyde is probably into this guy. And the way he's expressing that is through cruel put-downs. I think that's my amateur psychology reading of it. But an old man with that low of a standard, I feel bad for what? You hecking... Oh, wow. Hyde? Lucas? I keep forgetting how loud Hyde can be. How loud was I? Very. We just need to apologize to the man. Say that we do not mean anything. Hyde just has to say... Oh heck, the stick figure can talk. I did not expect anything less from him. Sorry, I'm sorry. You feel you can start talking heck when you're out there looking like a hecking farm animal and his overgrown handler? I think I live in a very polite world. Wouldn't it be amazing if you just could go about your day just slamming people and they would slam you back and there's kind of no harm done? Like you just walk down the street going, you've got a flat booty, and they'd just say back, shut your stupid pie hole or something, you know, and you just kind of just keep going. So I'm liking the vibe of this game is what I'm saying. He can. See what Hyde was? How can he... Hyde. What? Farm animal? Oh, because he's the goat thing. I see. I see a pair of horns and ears. What the heck are you? Don't you have grass to nibble on? Are you lost on your way to your pasture to graze? Love, please, I said to ignore them. I'm getting a bit of Twilight Vampire vibe off this guy. I would, but this thing decided to talk heck, expecting me to let it slide. Wow, okay, this is becoming quite the confrontation. I have a name, you know, no ass. I have a name and it's Fuchsia, Fuzzball. I think all four of them are into each other. What happens in Lacuna stays in Lacuna. You should get your handler to keep you on a hecking rope. Fuchsia's harsh gaze swiftly turned to me and narrowed sharply. Why me? Tisk. They swiftly turned back to Hyde, but then Fuchsia's eyes focused on Hyde's fluffy tail. In fact, he was staring at it. Oh, Lucas. I have to fix this before it gets worse, or Hyde says anything else. Sorry, I'm really sorry. We isn't mean to, so sorry. I thought I'd gotten better at this. I can see that, young man. See, he looks 21, but he's actually 500. Albeit, I would suggest your companion lower his voice next time. Lower his voice next time he wishes to provide us with commentary of his thoughts. Since we could hear from our spot. I'm serious. Your name? Trenton, if you were about to ask. Wait, just gotta go back a bit. I'm serious. Yep, okay. Your name? Trenton, if you're about to ask. Is Trenton a real name? Oh, I'm sorry. Lucas Asborn. And, Hyde. Don't give your last names? Oh my... Who goes to another country and gets in a fight, and then the first thing they do is give the other party enough information to hunt you down back in your home country? Give a fake name. Yeah, nice to meet you. Why are the words so difficult right now, or all time? Trenton, relax. Seems to me we are just about to leave you two, which would hopefully be for the best. Isn't that right, love? Fuchsia. Fuchsia's fuming. Nice, what do you call these things? These kind of like, chicken bones? Shoulder dips? I'm sure they have a name. Little, I don't know what you call it. Shot holders? Anyway. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. He'd been staring at Hyde the whole time, with his face constantly changing into both disgust and odd fascination. Fine, Fuchi. We have better things to do than chat up. I thought those ears were big enough for you to hear. It's fuchsia. Oh. Am I pronouncing it right? I thought I was, but maybe it's a bit more of a hard K sound. Got it, Fushi Wushi. You can't be serious about this, mate. The older man's hand was on Fuchsia's shoulder, clearly urging him to ignore Hyde. Fuchsia, however, slapped Trenton's hand away and sauntered over to Hyde, bending at the waist to meet him at eye level. This game's gone a bit saucy. His harsh glare was met with Hyde's own mocking one. Say that again, lamb chop. Hyde, maybe we should go and, it is Hyde, my dearest Fushi Wushi baby. I did not like the fire that lit in Fuchsia's eyes, and Hyde was clearly not backing down himself. Fuchsia reached out and... Announcer, the summer parade has begun. Everyone form your teams and sign up for the events of this that announcer did not sound like a summer party announcer just then. I apologize. That sounded like please make your way to Terminal 3 for euthanasia. Try it again. Everyone, form your teams and sign up for the events of this afternoon. And like that, this small segment of the beach began to fill with more and more people with each passing second. What the heck? Why a party? So this is Hyde thinking, I think. It's an interesting mechanic to, if it is Hyde showing us the character's thoughts, because it is this kind of mixture of like third person and first person techniques a bit. Because is Lucas privy to these thoughts? Because he's clearly privy to what Hyde is saying. Heck, can this day get any worse? Can't any of these heck holes back off? It's perhaps for the best. Before this ends with you two making a scene in broad daylight. Or were they fighting, or were they like flirting? I can't tell anymore. He started it by talking heck. I know, that doesn't make it any better to continue. Actually, that was more than a relief to me, with how aggressive Fuchsia was getting. Ugh, this crowd. Odd. See, they're getting along. Hyde, what does that say? Can't say I expected little Bo Peep's sheep to be able to read. It clearly says sandcastle contest. Hey, shut it, senior no heck. No ass? No, we are saying ass. We're allowed to say ass on stream. Wait, sandcastle contest? Hyde's tail began wagging quickly at the mention of a contest. His eyes sparkle with excitement. It's Fuchsia and Lamb Chop. And what are you, 12? Despite his words and the wrinkling of his nose, his gaze was stuck on Hyde's now rapidly wagging tail. Lucas. The thing with indie games is you never quite tell where they're going to go. There's been quite a few references to Hyde's waggling tail. How about a little game? Since this thing is clearly not going to give us alone time. Not by the looks of it. Exactly. Whoever gets the highest score on this contest gets to be the king of the beach. Fuchsia. Pass. I ain't going. Hyde. I get it. You're just a little baby. I can't bully those. Fuchsia. Heck you, fine fuzzy. He's just trying to aggravate you. Fuchsia. If I win your game, If I win, your name will be Fuzzball, and I get to pet your ears. Oh, Hyde. See, this is Hyde thinking. Maybe, are we playing as Hyde or are we playing as Lucas? I am a little confused. But in a good way. Bloody hell, Fuchsia. You can't seriously be considering this. Fuchsia, come on, look at him. The shrimp ain't gonna hide. Never thought I'd get a fetish here. Ah, here we go. Fuchsia, what did you say? Fine, but if I win, you shall call me King Hyde as my peasant of the beach. This all seemed a bit tiring already. Fuchsia, bet. You and your stupid dog are going down. Dog? You have no room to talk with your old man. He's not old. Unlike you, he's at least hot. I am certainly not entertaining. Wait, I beg your pardon? I'm just stating facts. Also, come on, please. This vacation was to get you to loosen up without that kid around. Oh, what kid? What's that supposed to? Sigh. Trenton, but it would not be fair if his companion is not interested. He seems uncomfortable. Lucas, huh? They're talking about Lucas now. Oh, yes, sorry, there's a bit of a crowd, and it's also fast. Hyde. Lulu, this could just be between me and Fuchsia over here. Hyde, you can sit with the old man as he nurses his bad back. Wow, Hyde is merciless. I love it. Trenton. Albeit, he's making this all very tempting. I can understand your issues with his everything. Now, it's not often you see the word albeit in a game. We've seen a couple of times now. I wish I could remember whether it was only Trenton using it, because if it's just Trenton using it, that's great writing. If 2 or 3 characters are using it, that's something an editor would pick up, I think, because it's quite an unusual word choice that you would kind of maybe restrict it to one character. In my opinion, anyway. I can understand your issues with his everything. Hyde, this is supposed to be fun. Don't you want to watch me win, baby boy? Fuchsia, ew. Ugh, why that name? It's nice to hear, but embarrassing. I love how, like, sort of mixed up all the relationships are. Like, they're almost forming like a sort of a 4-person relationship. Kind of, yeah, it's interesting. I heard Fuchsia whispering with Trenton about something, most likely forming their own plan. Is this like how to build a sandcastle? I would rather watch them participate, yet I still don't want to be completely useless. Yes. Hyde had never been to the beach before, so he probably does not know much about sand. Is there much to know about it? It just kind of, it is sand, it's sand. I used to build a lot of sandcastles with my brother as a child, so maybe give him a tip, build a hole first for easy water. Maybe I should give him a tip, items best for decorating to gain the high score. Well, the engineer in me is saying give them a structural tip. He may not be aware of the basics. It would not hurt to at least give him some advice. So the thing with Quick Game Sec Air is we only have time to give each game about half an hour to give it a flavour. So I think we're beginning to bounce up against our half hour. So we'll just go for a few minutes more. But this is kind of like my little warning, to not get too comfortable. It's more of a warning to myself. When you start building, dig a hole. What? It doesn't matter how wide it turns out. Just make it deep enough to hit the water and have the wet sand you dug out be used for the foundation. It's great advice. That's actually really good advice. Oh, I see what you're saying. I get a ready-made pseudo cement mixer, right? Yeah. Lucas, the sand is grainier than the sand me and my brother used to work with, but I think it should hold the same. Fuchsia has no clue what he's dealing with, says Hyde. You're a smart guy. Thanks, said Lucas. The brunette finally stepped away from Trenton with a big satisfied smile that graced his features. Fuchsia, I hope you're done. Because I've got a real good idea about what I want, lamb chop. Hyde replies, Agree, Fuchsia Wooshie. Trenton, just don't hurt yourself out there. We still have to leave by a certain time. Yeah, I get it, said Fuchsia. Hide. Whatever, Grandpa. Announcer. Let the games begin! Okay, we'll go a couple more minutes. I watched from a distance as Hyde and Fuchsia began their sandcastle building alongside many of their other competition. Hyde's gaze had that rare intense focus as his eyes kept to the mounds of sand, his fingers moving swiftly along the given shovel and bucket at his task. I'm not so sure I could have helped more, since every castle I'd ever built on my own collapsed. You didn't tell Hyde that, did you, when you were giving him your advice? I glanced to my left and saw Trenton. His gaze was upon Fuchsia, of course, but surprisingly he did not have that somewhat dour expression from earlier. He he's watching a really hot guy work up a sweat on a beach, and he's surprisingly not unhappy. Instead, he held a bit of a smile as he watched the brunette. Oh, that's cute. Is something wrong? Lucas says, eh? No, sorry. Trenton, no need to apologize. I can tell you two are not from around here. Was it that obvious? The accent, but I can understand the feeling, now that I noticed it. Trenton's accent was rather distinct compared to everyone else we've met so far. Compared to someone like Fuchsia, it stood out like a sore thumb. My gaze could not help but take note of the man. Healthy, yes. Smelled of a certain shampoo, perhaps? If it turns out this whole game is just one brand ad for shampoo, that would be genius. I should apologize a bit for Fuchsia's behavior. He can be a bit difficult. Lucas, huh? I can empathize. Sorry for the names. I noticed his gaze was on some of my very obvious scarring around my legs and arms. Oh, I see it now. I do not know how to react other than to blush at a bit of sudden attention. So one of the things I love about queer games is I do think they tend to deal with like real issues and modern day issues, very contemporary issues. It's not all science fiction and fantasy, which I think mainstream games are still stuck in that a bit juvenile mindset. And sort of contemporary games often are semi-autobiographical or contain elements of the world around us. And I think this is the first time I've seen this kind of scars in a game, which is really interesting to me, and I kind of applaud the developer for working that in to the story a bit, because it can't be easy, because even if it's not semi-autobiographical or biographical, it's still a really, really delicate topic to bring in, and so I think it's been done really well so far. I did not know how to react other than to blush at the sudden attention. And I say it's done really well is because I'm feeling like I've kind of like learning a lot, even though it's been done with like a feather touch. Trenton, my apologies if I'm making you uncomfortable, which is good writing, I was just concerned. Lucas, no, just I thought this would get easier, but it was still difficult to get what I wanted to say out, but maybe not much have changed. Although I can smell him. Is it the shampoo? I don't feel any different. I had not eaten a week prior. You have a kid? I guess you can say that. Albeit, I feel she should be somewhat grateful that she was not dragged along for this. You must be a great dad, though. Trenton, you think that? He's a vampire, right? His kid is like a 8-year-old girl he turned in Renaissance France in 1792 who is dying from the plague, and now she's forever trapped in the body of the girl, even though she has the needs and wants of a fully grown woman. But of course, Trenton's on holiday. He's not going to mention that. You seem like a nice young man yourself. Oh, regardless of your partner. Oh, damn it, this isn't the time to be getting flustered with compliments. I mean, was it a compliment? It was more of a dig at the company you keep than it was about how good looking you are. To my relief, Trenton showed off a picture of a pink-haired girl, a similarly dour person from the photo. They might as well have been related. Thank you for showing me. I kind of want to keep going, so I'm going to keep going. Lucas, she seems nice. More a cause of many headaches. I just hope she's not been using me out of the house as an excuse to not do her homework. Trainer was not that bad, not too loud, and he seemed nice. Not a lot of talking, but the silence had its charm. Just sitting by a handsome man and watching a contest until announcer, we have a winner! Trenton, looks like it's already over. I wonder who it could be. I guess it'll be Hyde. You know, he had the hunger for it. To everyone's surprise, Hyde's castle was more than just a castle. I had only ever seen him work on machines, but in front of him was something else entirely. It was a sand city. Cars, skyscrapers were made with scraps of glass that shone under the sun, all made in under 30 minutes. I mean, 30 minutes is a long time to make something out of sand. Heck yes, wahahaha. In your face, Fushi Wushi. I got an ugly toy for my win. Fuchsia. Are you hecking kidding me? Was this announcer blind or something? Lucas, it's so pretty, Hyde. I know, right? If I had more time, I would have installed lights and heck. I'm gonna name the toy Ben, because it's so ugly. Oh, is that an in-joke? If so, it seems... I can't approve. Alright, let's save it there. Main menu. Yes, classic Renpai. Alright, that is to win. A fun little game, that one is. Really great vibe, really great energy. I felt it was really kind of like, just kind of delight to be clicking through. Didn't seem too heavy, even though it had a couple of heavy themes in it. Once again, I think we only scratched it, like what is the relationship between all the characters and Trenton's daughter, or the girl he's looking after. It seemed a bit like nebulous about what the actual status was there. If you liked that, go and get the full game. I think this one might be free on itch, so you've got no excuse. It's part of the Queer Games Bundle 2023, which is a really great endeavor as well. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Let's figure out how to like shut all of this down. Okay, we're gonna go to there.